with the first time they met, I had Alan Dines with it, but I don't know why. There is obviously a reason why this is a rerun. So the dialing then is 8:39 for Tom. Okay, so Tom Atkinson and Alan Didwell, 8:39 plays 7:63. That means the bounty's been reinstalled as well. If Tom can win this, he'll get a 50 quid bounty.
Super Convicts to the Buried Lanes, please, unless you've called them already.
No, I haven't. No.
For round number 2. So this is 850 bike. Should be Kevin Bright against Paul Morris. Stacey Reed taking on Joe Elliott. Stacey went way too quick on every run in qualifying until it counted earlier on today in round number 1. Did it perfectly. Stacey's previous winner in 850, so she does know how to win, as does Joe Elliott. He won 850, I think it was at the 2022 European Finals when we ran 850.
Breaks up 8:39. 60 for Joe Elliott takes the win.
Well, obviously, they left the tune alone. They just let the rider decide. So there we go. They were both identical on the tree as well. So well done to Joe Elliott. Commiserations to Stacey. They had a pretty good day. Okay, is this another buy run for that?
This is Pete Slater. That's a predetermined buy. He got past Jay Rowe, if you remember him right. The semis?
Nice, 857.
Yeah.
159.
So just one pair to go, Ralph Petronilia and Carl Thomas.
So that does make me think as well, I'm just going to wait till they finish the burnouts, but the way that the bike classes are structured, I mean, it's kind of always been like this, but more so ever now, that every class is a step on from each. So you've got ET bike, then you've got 950 DT, kind of each the same. Then you got 850, then you've got comp, because there's no breakouts if you keep breaking it out. So Stace would be really good in competition bike.
Yes.
No pressure, Stace. Are they not? That's if you want to go quicker, of course.
Well, what if we're up against poor Wheelie like he did in the last round? That was spectacular stuff.
Yeah, you can win and be spectacular. Against Carl Thomas in this round of racing. I don't think Dave can see the tree either.
He is.
It was Carl Thomas off the start line. We are on to 950 bike elimination round. Number 1, your first pair will be Thomas Cook Abbott against Hayden Michelle. Welcome to 950, Thomas. Although these two do go for pod runs on Saturday morning, I have a feeling one might be nobbling the other, depending on how this goes. Hayden takes a coasting win at 9.60 to knock out TCA with a 9.76 facility T-bike.
Actually, Thompson won that. He got a bite to the final. But it is Hayden.
It's Hayden who does so. In a 5-bike or car ladder, because they still run it as a ladder. Number 2 is potentially the best route to the final.
Yeah.
Because you get a bye run in the semi if you win.
That's right. Right, Nicholas, Dave?
It won't be.
Oh, after that big burnout from Nicholas. Unfortunately, the bike has been pushed back.
Something leaking. I'm not sure whether it's spotted almost instantly.
Oh yes, see it on the track.
Stating anything leaking, so 9:44. Yes, it's a breakout for Dave Hall, however, it's still all in.
It's Josh McLean on the Big Mac machine. So this to book his spot in the semi-finals with Dave Hall. And then Hayden Michelle on the other side of the ladder gets the bye.
Takes it. Okay, we do have a quick clean up on the start line before we can continue with eliminations, obviously, side by side racing. Actually saying that.
Yeah, Junior Drag Bike coming round.
Yeah, they can, well that's what the marshal was just directing them to do. Make sure you stage to one side of where the drips are. You'll be absolutely fine. I bet Dave's fantastic at housework. Look at that. Straight in there with the cleaning stuff.
And if he needs advice on the cleaning, he phones Ian.
Of course.
Who is the expert.
They make their ladies and their lives very happy by keeping their place.
Okay, Jim Drag Bike coming forward, and it's Richard Wilcox taking on Harry Isaacs.
The other thing I've got to mention while it's slightly quiet is that we're all here in the sunshine today. Everybody's running personal best ETs and everything else as well. But it's not without the incredible hard work of the Sandford Racing Club, who, when everybody went home last night or went back and had a barbecue or had dinner or worked on their cars or bikes, they still kept working. Straight from the start line, making sure everything was perfect for today. What the job they've done, as always, and still continue to do. So, Richard Wilcox. It's Harry Isaacs. So this is bracket racing, as is traditional. Numbers on the board at the finish line, racing to the 8th mile.
Takes on Harry Isaacs in the next round. this one down, but Sophie closing. Is she going to catch? Well, yes and no. Rico got there first but broke out. So Sophie Pollen actually takes the win. 8.94 with a 0 on an 8.93, darling. Very nicely done indeed from Sophie. Right, Spud. Is the birthday celebration going to continue for young Mr. McLean down there? Take him on. Let's have a look. Let's see how this one works out. Brett Morrison. Darlings, 11.45 and 9.50. Spud's away. Brad's doing the chasing. Chasing Mike, ain't going to catch it. Spud takes the win there by win margin 0.05 of a second in the stride. Very, very close race indeed. 11.64 plays 9.46, but it was the 11.64 that took it. And Spud is into the quarters. Alright, let's see how George gets on. Spud's younger brother with the Monkey Business Machine taking on Jackson King. Now whoever wins this gets a bye to the semis. $15.12 plays 13 flat on the Darlings. A breakout for George, so it is Jackson King that takes that 13-12. Jackson, commiserations to George. Alright, last pair. Leah Morrison, Ali Lester. Winner of this one will take on John McLean. These young bike riders are doing very, very well this weekend. News out there, 9.33. So, matchups then. Sophie Pollen going to be taking on Harry Isaac. Jackson's got the bye, and they'll be taking on John McLean. Right, we have Fire Force 5 coming around the corner now, one of our jet dragsters. And scheduled solo actually for this one. Well, we're whizzing through it here at the moment, but here comes Fire Force number 5.
Yeah, we seem to be down to semi-finals for just about everything, I think, aren't we? Although this round of Sportsman will make it round 3, won't it? Now this guy was particularly fierce earlier on, especially to 1,000 foot. Be interesting to see what he can run over the full quarter. Bike ready to go. Phil and Scott racing each other in ET Bike. Sorry. I don't know why I'm giggling, but that's normally your late round matchup or final as it was just a few weeks ago. So it's going to be fun. Can Scott get his revenge, or will it be Phil undefeated? 5, one of the world's quickest and fastest jet cars. We were discussing this earlier, funny enough. I think he has been over 300 miles an hour a couple of times with jet cars. I feel like a lot of things really are limited to a certain extent. But they still put on a terrific show, whatever time of year and wherever you see them in the world as well. Martins is possibly, especially 543, the Jet Funny car, could be the most travelled jet funny car on the planet.
Well, I can't think of anybody else that does what Martin does, so yeah.
Well, the ones in the US tend to stay in the US.
In the US, yeah.
Yeah, Martin, he's been to Saudi Arabia, he's been all over Europe, obviously, Germany, Norway, Iceland. I remember interviewing Martin years and years ago. He actually came down, there's a car show on the seafront in Bexhill, Ireland, and he actually fired the car up on the seafront, which scared a few people's dogs, as you would. He said he did a show at the Reeperbahn in Berlin, and he said that was the record for the amount of fire engines that turned up. Because all the locals thought there was a big fire going on. And yeah. So fire engines, I can't remember it's something like 10 fire, it's a lot, like 10 fire engines turned up. And it was a show as well, so injury. Into stage, Fire Force 5, coming at you. Still goes 5.49 at 233 miles an hour. He was 0.95 to 60 foot. 3.57 at 223 to the 8th. He was coasting by then, and he still went by 49.
There's smoke hanging in the air.
Wow.
We're going to have a punch and coast record this weekend, back and forth between the jet car and the steam bike.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, but as you say, you can see he was coasting at this.